Well, hello, fellow people. So I just watched this a little earlier today, and I wasn't going to put up a clip, but I knew that they were buying up property. But when I got the bigger picture of what and where, it's a little disturbing. And since I didn't know, I'm going to assume that most people didn't know how vast the problem is. So clearly, what you're looking at is Chinese-owned farmland in America, and it's terrifying that they position themselves all over the United States quietly, and we had no clue. We absolutely had no clue. I am beginning to rethink the ability for land ownership with any even people who have come here legally, depending on where you're from. I'll give you an example why. Freaking Mexico. Fucking Mexico has the audacity to require that you make big bank before you can become a citizen there. And if I'm not mistaken, you can't even buy the beachfront property, like the good shit lollipop, in fucking Mexico. We need to just, our whole system is broken, and we really need to rework some stuff. Because this, I don't think you get how terrifying this actually is. And I say, this says ban foreign ownership of U.S. land within 750 miles of a military base. What? They gonna be launching rockets. 750 miles ain't gonna make a difference. They shouldn't be able to buy land anywhere near it. Or at all. I'm really beginning to think at all. Because as far as I can remember, we've been keeping our eyes on the Chinese communists trying to come in and take over this country since the 50s. There are tons of Freedom of Information Act requests that have been filled, and if you just go onto the National Archives, you can see it. Eisenhower, I think, was looking at the situation. I mean, we've been keeping our eyes on these fucking people for a long time because they don't like us. And their people are so programmed and brainwashed that we just had one of our people get caught with one of their honeypot Chinese spies, and he still didn't lose his job, for goodness sake. But let me not do all the talking. Let me just show you this report, because I'm sure it's blowing up. It's part of that TheDCShorts thing, but it wasn't a short. It's 11 minutes long. But I just want you to see this part.
It's one thing for a Chinese couple to buy a trailer park. It is another thing for them to go to great lengths to hide who they are, including using multiple shell companies to conceal their identities.
In 2025, Phil and Zeke reported on a foreign-owned trailer park that shares a fence with Missouri's Whiteman Air Force Base, home to the world's only nuclear-capable stealth bomber. Not only that, but this park is linked to a convicted fraudster with ties to China's People's Liberation Army. And much like the United Front, the People's Liberation Army has the stated goal of gaining access to advanced foreign technology. Representative John Moulinar, who chairs the House Select Committee on the CCP, said that this trend is growing rapidly. He warned the time for sleepwalking past China's spending spree on strategically vital land across the U.S. needs to end.
Pause. Let me put that screenshot back up there and then give you this visual. So while these fucking ass liberal women, which is 56% of the Democratic Party is ran by women, they are putting the whole country in jeopardy. Let me go back to this screen because I need y'all to see this shit. Time for the sleepwalking. The time for sleepwalking. The time for sleepwalking past China's spending spree on strategically vital land across the U.S. needs to stop. Needs to stop. Look how far it's gotten. While your schools and your freaky ass women teachers are screwing every little 11 and 12-year-old boy that they can get their hands on and teaching your kids about butt plugs instead of reading, writing, and arithmetic. We got test scores that show 6th graders can't read. 69% of the little fuckers can't read at grade level, and then fast forward a couple of years ahead, the 8th graders can't read at 70% of them can't read at 8th grade level. This is what's going on while they're bullshitting around. Do you feel how angry I am right now that this has actually happened underneath our fucking eyes? Let this continue. I do want to back it up to this screenshot. Hopefully I can catch it all, because I don't want it to... Oh, come on. I don't want to waste time. I'm watching the clock. Damn it. I should have paused it when I had it. I'll let it continue and then I'll find it in a second.
Vital land across the U.S. needs to end. It would be bad enough if this was the only one, but there are more. So many more. Gordon Chang reported in January of 2023 that then President
370 acres within 12 miles of Grand Forks Air Force Base in North Dakota. The news is failing you. Even on the basic, they got you so divided that they can't even watch out for their own good. Because the crazy part about it, if they decide to do like that movie with, Queen Latifah, and set it off, they got us cornered. We ain't going nowhere. Woo! Lord.
Joe Biden opened the door for a Chinese company to buy
Hold on. I want to make sure we hear that part right, because it ain't nobody's fault but a jackass who's been in service as long as we've been monitoring, I'm so frustrated. Monitoring the communist invasion that is China since the 50s. We've got documents that they've been coming in and infiltrating. Like I said, we got a new person in some form of politics. I forget his name. I can see his face. But he's sleeping with a Chinese honeypot spy. Let me make sure you hear that again.
More. Gordon Chang reported in January of 2023 that then President Joe Biden opened the door for a Chinese company to buy 370 acres in close proximity to the Grand Forks Air Force Base in North Dakota. Luckily, in May of 2024, Biden blocked another purchase by Mine One Cloud Computing, which the Department of Treasury reports is majority owned by nationals of the People's Republic of China, from buying land within 1 mile of the Francis E. Warren Air Force Base in Wyoming. So that one didn't succeed, but these did. In July of 2024, Senator John Cornyn of Texas raised alarm about Sung Guanchin, an oligarch with ties to the Chinese Communist Party, purchasing 130,000 acres in proximity to the Laughlin Air Force Base. Fort Bragg Air Force Base in North Carolina, and Camp Grayling National Guard Training Facility in Michigan, and MacDill Air Force Base in Florida, which is home to the U.S. CENTCOM, Travis Air Force.
CENTCOM! That's incredible! So when we were living overseas, we worked alongside the military. I've been in CENTCOM. That's incredible to me. That just blows my mind. It's like we are unprotected and we are getting more vulnerable clearly by the minute.
Space in North Carolina, Camp Pendleton in California.
And the list goes on and on and on.
None of this looks dramatic up close. No dark alleys, trench coats, earpieces, and gadgets, but fraudsters, golf carts, fundraisers, and networking events. And all of this leaves leaders grappling with deeply uncomfortable questions. Eugene G is an American citizen. Should the U.S. ban people from buying land if they passionately champion China's core interests?
Hell yeah! It's a no-brainer.
Does that cross a First Amendment line? Does your answer change if they also seek casual access to senior military officers and national decision makers? These activities on their own aren't illegal, and as far as we know, they don't hurt anyone. But now throw in active involvement in a CCP arm bent on acquiring military tech to make China the strongest martial power on Earth.
I gotta pause here. Yes, I don't care if they're saying it's illegal. Everybody should be concerned about the safety of this country, because I don't think Americans actually get it. These foreigners, these invaders, they can vamoose and go back to their shitty countries. Where are we going? Where are we going? There has to be a line drawn in the sand. An easy line drawn in the sand, especially with the history of China and America. It's a no fucking brainer. Oh my gosh.
Former national security official David Faith says that China is preparing to be able to
fight and defeat the United States military in a war.
The worry in Washington is that these assets could be used for espionage or to cause havoc in a time of war.
maybe it's a false alarm. Maybe nothing comes of this at all. Maybe all this is an innocent business and...
I'm sorry, I gotta pause again, but maybe this is all a false alarm and it's no big deal. Dudette! Don't believe your lying eyes. That's the training that all Americans have gotten. And I'm going to quote fucking Tricky Dick Richard Nixon from 1972. The American people don't believe anything unless they see it on TV. And TV is not showing it to you unmasked. This is incredible to me. Oy vey!
We do nothing. Or maybe David Faith is right. China makes a move and the board is already set. Their operatives have roots next to the most destructive weapons on the planet. And they're comfortably waiting and watching. And while they were preparing for war, all that we did was play golf.
All right. I didn't bring it up at the right part, honestly. I wanted to show you this golf course that they've acquired quietly. And then I want to show you their beliefs. All right, so I need to give you a little bit more. I hate to do the whole thing because I got to watch my damn clock. Let's see, where is it? I want to see. All right. This is it. I think this is it. Okay, it's giving you the... So this guy bought 2 golf courses. Oh, it's at the beginning. Damn it. Well, you might have to watch it, but I want to bring up the slide. This guy bought 2 golf courses in Louisiana, unsuspecting Louisiana. Let's just say one is on the east and one is on the west side of that state. Or the north, or no, the east and the west, okay? In 2 different directions. In the back gate that they share, they bought a trailer park. A nondescript, you can't even think about anything nefarious going on. They bought a trailer park that shares a fence with the military base. It's incredible, but I want to break. You know what? Go and watch it. It's the DC Short. It's 10 minutes. No, it's 11 minutes long. So it's not a DC short like you normally see. It's a the DC Short. So I want to try to play this before I get out of here. I feel like I'm running over time. Damn it. All right. I want to show you these slides real quick.
And he really likes China, but don't take it from me. I once again feel profoundly that intense longing deep inside me, that voice buried deep in my heart that has never faded. I want to do all that I possibly can to make a real difference for China's core interests. Core interests? What are these core interests, and what do they have to do with 2 golf courses next to a nuclear-capable Air Force base? Let's pull on that thread a little, shall we? Xi's stated aim for the golf...
All right, I don't want to go through all of that. I want to give you this slide that gives you their mantra, their strong brainwash beliefs. Where is it? Okay, I might not be able to find it. I'm just trying to pull it up. Come on. Oh, here it is. There we go. Why isn't it not showing?
See, the U.S. State Department describes...
Right here.
This as an
all right, right here. Acquiring and diverting the world's cutting-edge technologies, including through theft, in order to achieve military dominance. That's the part I wanted you to see. That's the belief of the CC freaking P. Whew, I hope I got enough time, or I'm under time. I'll see you next time.